Now, at 35, Millicent Kagonga experienced unexplained bleeding for a long time.
When I say abnormal discharge, like every woman has discharge on their, when they are wakati wa period, kuna the discharge women had. But for me, lazima ningejekea sanitary towels, or I didn't have sanitary towels because I couldn't afford. I used the rags to take off the discharge. So I was always putting something on to take off the discharge. That's why I'm saying it's abnormal, because it became a time it was very smelly discharge.
She was 20 years old. At first, it was a consistent discharge. Then bleeding continued for months and worsened.
Yeah, I used to ask other ladies, but indirect. Like I have a friend who has been having this abnormal discharge, and the abnormal discharge has caused her marriage, and they used to tell me to tell my friend to go to look for prayers, or maybe it's a witchcraft, or maybe to tell my friend, which is me, to stop eating cabbages and the waru so that the discharge can stop.
The mother of 4 visited several hospitals, but doctors could not tell her what was happening. They ended up giving her painkillers and antibiotics.
They told me I have infection. They gave me antibiotics. I went home. I used it for 7 days. Nothing happened. I went into the chemistry. I bought the same antibiotics, used it now for the 2nd week, but nothing happened.
Back at home, her husband showed little empathy with her strange condition. He no longer respected their marriage anymore. And then the unexpected happened. He decided to send her away. Kagonga, who was having suicidal thoughts, traveled to her rural home in Vihiga, Western Kenya, so she could die there. She wanted to kill her children and then take her own life because she didn't want them to suffer in her absence.
I remember when I went to Kenyatta Hospital, because the referral from the Korogosho facility to was for me to go to Kenyatta, and they told me it's urgent. When I went to Kenyatta Hospital, I was told you need to come with 13,000 and you will be doing the biopsy after 1 year. So I was like, really? The other doctors are telling me it's urgent, and now here I'm being told I need to come after 1 year. That's when I saw this is serious. I decided to go home and just kill my children and kill myself. Why my children first? Because I was raised up by a step parent and never wanted my children to be raised the same, because that was the cause of me getting a child at younger age.
She got the courage to visit a nearby hospital where she was informed that she had cancer that had advanced to stage 4.
It was difficult for my family because even them, they didn't have the information, and most of them thought I'm going to die the next minute. Some of them said it's the same witchcraft. So it was very difficult, my family, to handle, but I had this beautiful family whereby my children never left me.
Most of the patients she slept alongside on corridors at Kenyatta in 2017 have since died.
Some of them died because of cancer, but some of them died because they didn't have support. Some of them died because of pneumonia. They call that the corridors is hectic. The other patients who used to come and go, because radiotherapy you need to do Monday to Friday. If it is 30 session, you need to finish it Monday to Friday. So you need to be at the hospital on a daily basis, except on weekend.
Her battle with cancer empowered her with knowledge of the problem. She's now using it to encourage other women to go for their regular checkups and to support anyone needing help when they get the disease through a Symbol of Hope support group.
When I went back home, I started at the support group in my house. Started 4, became 6, and then 10, and then 100. Now we are 470 cancer patients and survivors.
The latest report by the WHO showed a global cancer burden amidst a mounting need for services. In 2022, there were an estimated 20 million new cancer cases and 9.7 million deaths. Radiation oncologist Dr. Dulcie Wanda attributes the rising cases to a sedentary lifestyle.
I feel previously there were deaths, people would die, people would say maybe it is Korogwa, it is a curse, and maybe all those cases were cancer. So in my opinion, we are seeing the cancer levels on the rise. because also we are having a more sedentary lifestyle. People are sitting more, less exercise. We are consuming more processed foods. We are actually in a situation where our lifestyle has a lot of alcohol. Cigarette smoking is incorporated in the lifestyle, and that's because we've also dealt with infectious agents like the pneumonia and the malaria that previously were killing majority, and even HIV. Now we are having an aging population, and cancer, most of the cancers, primarily if you look at the West, they affect the aging population. So that means that as we have a bigger chunk of our population aging, then also the incidence or the chances of them having cancer increases.
Despite the worrying statistics by WHO, Dr. Wanda is optimistic that Kenya is doing better as the country is making progress in terms of early detection through screening.
Some 10 years ago, CT scans were not in the counties. We didn't have a lot of oncologists in the country. Most of them were centered within Nairobi and Eldoret. That meant access was a problem. So with the fact that there was devolution, then that meant CT scans, MRIs, mammograms, and now at the county level, closer to the majority of the population, increasing our diagnosis and therefore getting to know about the cancers.
I'm Felix Asoha.